What's up, everyone? It's Ziggy Zensei from Team LongStyle, and we're here with a list of 5 beginner mistakes that we want to help you get over.
LongStyle Nuffa here. With Tekken 8 being a new game, the first thing that came to mind for us is, let's help the beginners skip some mistakes, learn from our mistakes. So today we got you with the top 5 beginner mistakes, so you can skip over being a scrub and get straight into the action, straight into the Tekken that you see when you watch pro games, high level gameplay, help you get to the ranks that you want to get to.
As someone who's been playing since Tekken 7's console release, I've spent very many years playing, competing, coaching, and learning all at the same time. And we're here to boil down basically as much knowledge as we possibly can that we wish we had when we were starting out.
Number 5, worrying about tier lists. See, tier lists aren't permanent. The game is changing and constantly evolving. And, worrying about who's the best, what's the best, it doesn't matter, especially when you're a beginner. No matter what tier your character is, you can make anything work because the people you're playing against, they aren't perfect. A prime example of the tier list not being a definitive answer for how good a character is competitively is when Rank 2 won Tekken World Tour with Panda back in 2018 against the best players in the world like Ni, Kudons, John Ding, Chanel. Back then, Panda was widely known as being probably the worst character in the game.
The most important thing to consider is whether the character looks interesting or is fun to you. Tier lists are mostly guidelines for how the tournament scene is doing. They really only reflect the highest level of tournament play. Until you're at that level, there's nothing to really worry yourself about where your character is on the tier list, where they stand, where they might be affected by patches in the future. What you need to worry about is picking the character that is right for you, picking the character that makes the game fun for you, make a fire custom first and foremost, and getting out there and doing some cool shit with them.
Number 4, trying to learn a character's whole move list at once and not spending time getting familiar and learning how to actually utilize the tools that you like to use. The ones that you like to see, you like to do, how they work, where they work the best.
Definitely agree with focusing on the moves that appeal to you. Go through the move list, find which moves look cool or are satisfying to pull off, and you can cultivate a strategy to make those moves work. Don't be daunted by move lists that got upwards of 80, 90, even 100 plus moves. As in a real match, you're only going to need about 10, 15, maybe 20 at best, and they're all going to be moves that are going to be easy to remember and easily applicable. You can find out where to do with the remaining 80% of your move list as you get more adept and familiar with the character.
Number 3, going into your matches without a game plan.
There's a lot of stigma when it comes to phrases like knowledge checks, mashing, flowcharts, but keep in mind that these are the separators between those who have a clear game plan and those who don't. You don't want to be the person stuck holding block while your opponent is going through the motions and winning the match. In the beginning ranks, it's kill or be killed. You gotta fight fire with fire, so we gotta arm ourselves with tactics that can keep up, if not overwhelm our opponents who are trying to do the same thing to us.
A good way to build a winning offense that has a clear win condition or things you can fall back on is to go into YouTube, watch other people that play your character, or in this game we have a really great replay system. Watch people play your character at various ranks, see the different levels of offense they build. Try to pick up on common moves they're using and common move sequences. Are they doing this move into this move a lot, or what are they doing at the wall? Getting a good mixture of both beginner and high level play of your character will help you digest why they're doing things. Flowcharts, mashing, knowledge checks are a core concept of this game and something not to be overlooked.
Number 2, spending either too much time in ranked or too much time in the lab. In my time of helping beginners, I've come across 2 distinct categories of players. The ones that spend a lot of time only in the lab, and the ones that spend all their time in rank. The ones in the lab, they might have learned all the optimal combos for their character, a lot of plus frame and frame trap setups, but they haven't spent enough time actually fighting to learn what real tactics to set those combos up are. Yes, their combo might do bigger numbers, but they're getting cooked by base level strategies or haven't seen anything other than their own character. On the flip side, people who spent all their time in ranked might have an edge when it comes to getting the first hit and staying on the cutting edge of tactics that work, but they're missing a lot of opportunities to extend their damage or missing a lot on defense, possibly even getting blown up for fake setups. When they get exposed, it means that they haven't spent enough time in the lab. You want to be able to have enough of both to be a true complete player.
And number 1, going into each match with a losing mindset. Whether it's in the loading screen you see a high rank or a character you tend to lose to, don't get discouraged. Every player you play is a new person, and I guarantee they don't know how you play. So make sure you're going into these matches running your game plan. Let them find out about you. Are they dealing with you? If not, keep it going. Keep it pushing.
This is absolutely some advice that can apply to every single level of play. Whether it's your very first time playing or you're entering your tournaments consistently and you've got a doozy of a round 2 opponent. Stay consistent to the game you know. The entire focus of this game is to express yourself in the way that you enjoy, in the way that you know how to, and figuring out ways how you can set that up. Don't go into these matches assuming that your opponent knows every little thing about both your character or your playstyle. You are both prone to being sharper or weaker on any given day. You are both prone to mistakes. You are going to be finding that out in real time in the match. Run your game.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching our top 5 beginner mistakes. Hopefully, we can help you, get into that mindset of improvement. I know a lot of these had connections to, practicing and applying, but I think that's very important at the beginning of the game when you're brand new, fresh, picking up Tekken. There's a lot to learn. I think there's steps to it that beginners overlook.
Tekken 8 is a very hard game, and we're hoping that this video helps streamline the process of both approaching and enjoying the learning process as you strive to improve and become the player that we all know that you can be.
Honorable mention, remembering that everybody that plays this game is ass, including you. It'll help you not get angry.
Yeah.
Number 1 tip.
Tekken 8 is a hard game. That's it. Tekken 8 is hard.